Hello, folks. This is Earl Teets, the mountain man from Troy, Montana. It really is a blessing and an honor to be a home business coach. Help people get paid each and every week. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to lay out a very simple plan that you can duplicate if you're willing to discipline yourself to those actions. You know, it's a beautiful thing, duplication. And what makes you the most money in this industry is duplication. What's sad is there's a lot of people that just have not comprehended that business, it costs money to start. Business, it costs money every month to operate. And it takes commitment daily to make it happen. And it doesn't matter what business that you decide to work with. Those fundamentals are involved with every business that pays out money. So the secret to your real success is to recognize, what do the masses want? Can they afford it? And can you put it in front of them? Because when you can put yourself and your offer in front of the masses that need what you have, it really gives you an edge at earning. Now think about what I'm saying. Who doesn't want more energy? Who doesn't want to sleep better at night? Who wouldn't like to go through life with a little bit less pain? Who wouldn't love to have the nerves quieted, a little less anxiety in life? Who wouldn't enjoy the ability to go to the store when they forgot the list of 10 things and they can actually remember 5 to 7 of those things instead of only 1 to 2? Now, if you recognize the things that I've just mentioned are what the masses in our population are already spending $10 to $30 a day on, and they're not cures, they're prescription pills with side effects often way worse than what the pills are being consumed for. So we can't make any claims of cure or anything, but we can have a natural solution that gives the body what it needs to do what it's supposed to do naturally. So when you have a solution like that that's $3 a day, and it has the potential to put over $10 a day back in the budget from the transfer of spending from something that's not working to something that has better potential with no side effects, guess what? That family enjoys having an extra $300 in the budget. $10 a day times 30 days is $300 more in the family budget because they purchased from you. Think about that. That's a very powerful thing. Now, can the masses afford this product? Absolutely. We're talking less than $3 a day, so it's very affordable. And to get started as a business, if you're going to do business properly, say 12 times within 30 days, we're going to show you how to do that on this very video. You could position yourself as a business owner to have the supplies to do it right for $199. Now think about this. People on welfare that are food stamp dependent, they are spending $8 a day cash money for those cigarettes. That's $240 a month that the poverty-stricken can afford. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. What I'm proving is if you want something bad enough in life as an entrepreneur, it's affordable. It really is. Now, I'm not talking about spending a ton of money on ad spend. I'm not talking about spending a fortune to go hire the magic guru. It's going to show you how to make $1 million. What I want to talk to you about is a way to take 1 simple hour a day, 5 days per week, and after 12 weeks of doing it properly, consistently, having the ability to potentially put yourself into a residual income over $3,200. Now, your first month, what's great, if you do what I'm saying properly and you fail 16 times out of 20 and you succeed 4, you made $400 for 20 hours of your time. That's not bad for a part-time income on a business you've never even tried to build before. So recognize that we have a consumable product that meets the needs of the masses that's already in demand, and you're here first. There's over 50 countries that we do business in, and you have the ability to bring this to the market. So it's really simple. It's more of a listening game than an explaining game, and that's why 97% of the people that try a home business fail to get paid. They're excited to be their own boss. They got their own system that they want to try out, only they've never been an entrepreneur before. Does it surprise you that over 90% failed? They're going to do it their way. So look at McDonald's. It's the most successful franchise in history. It cost you over $1 million in 2 years at the Hamburger University before you can even own your own McDonald's. But people do it because it works. They have a system. So what I'm going to share with you is a system that what I was introduced to over 20 years ago that made me thousands of dollars, and it made my mentor that taught me this system over $100 million. Now, when we were doing this 20 years ago, it was with a little business called the Amway Corporation. So when you spent 1 hour of your time and somebody ordered a bottle of soap, and your commission on that one bottle of soap was $3 to maybe $15 if you got 3 or 4 different kinds of soap that they were going to order, that was all you could make for that 1 hour. Now today, when they order a $199 pack, the company pays you $100. So it kind of makes it a little more worth going through the effort of the duplication process. So let's look at month 1. What are we going to do? The first thing that we're going to do is realize that we have to communicate with people. As a business owner, we got to share our business that has a solution to a problem that somebody's facing. So we've got to communicate with that person, whether we do it over the phone, whether we do it on an online chat, whether we text message or do this face-to-face. Communication has to take place. We listen to another human being. And in that conversation, they're going to share with us some of the problems that they face. And today, in America, the experts are saying that 75% of the population of the United States of America is one emergency that's $600 to $1,000 emergency away from complete financial wipeout. Folks, that's an awful spot to be in. The beautiful spot, or what we have to offer, is a solution to that very problem that takes a simple time commitment of 1 hour of proper communication, of listening to people, explain what their problem is, and for you to say, hey, I am so glad that I'm having this conversation, chat, or text session with you, because you're going to love the information I have that'll show you a solution to that problem. Now, I'm not a master explainer or a salesperson, and I don't want you to ever be either. But I know how to point you to the information that will solve that problem that you just mentioned. And it's only going to take about a half an hour of your time with no interruptions around you to see that. Would 3 o'clock this afternoon or 7 o'clock be better for you? An either or time, you set an appointment. And that's the hardest part of your job. You listen for the problem, you set the appointment. That's what you learn to do. Now what they see you do is set that appointment. At that appointment, what are you going to do? At that scheduled time, you're going to get on the phone with them. They're going to be in front of their computer with no interruptions for 30 minutes. And you're going to verify that they're on your website at that time. And then you're going to say, this information is going to take you about 30 minutes. I'm going to call you back, and we'll be able to see which ways will fit you as a person the best for the most profits. And then you call them back with myself, the call center, or one of our other coaches on the line with you. And what are we going to do as the coach? I'm going to find out first Do you have at least 5 hours a week that you could contribute and commit to consistently weekly so we can work with you to help you create the success that you deserve? And if they tell me they don't have at least 5 hours a week, this is where I'm going to show them that I'm a professional business trainer, not an amateur in our industry. And I'm going to say, look, I really appreciate you taking a look at our information. We got a product that will probably help you out with your body. Why don't you order that product out, try it out, see if you like it, and we'll be in touch with you within 90 days. But what I know about you for sure at this point in time is if you can't commit 5 little hours a week to your own success, provided all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed with the opportunity that fits your heart best, then I know one thing. I know that you cannot be successful because you won't commit to the actions it's going to take to let that happen. It shows me that entrepreneurship is not for you at this time in your life. But what I know as a professional is that 90 days from now, something major is going to change in your life, because it does in everybody's life every 90 days. And maybe then will be a different time for you to where you'll have at least 1 hour a day, 5 days a week that you can contribute to your own success. What would you like to do? If they choose to order the product as a consumer, you just got a customer. If they choose to wait 90 more days, you just saved yourself a whole lot of time and effort and frustrations. Often what will happen is I say, hey man, nobody's ever talked to me like that before. You really know where you're going. I want in. I got 5 hours a week. All you did was take the candy away from the baby and the baby reached for it back. But if you don't have the professionalism in yourself to guide people through that process, they aren't going to follow you. So you got to recognize what I'm saying. But this is the hardest part of all the work that you do. Now what happens? They decide to get started. I say, hey, look, based on you having 5 hours a week, if I could show you how that's going to turn into over $3,200 in residual potential, is there any reason that you wouldn't be able to invest less than what a smoker spends on welfare to position yourself for success? Because whether it's right or wrong, they're still spending $240 cash money while they're feeding their family with food stamps. So $199, if they want to be an entrepreneur bad enough, it's affordable enough. They have to be willing to stretch their comfort zone and do something different than what they've already done, or they'll never experience anything different that can be fun. So we recognize that as a professional and try to help them on the road that takes them where they need to go. We don't have any magic tricks. So when they see that we have something that's real, we have a plan of action that pays, and that we're willing to help them, that's how you build a team. It's called building relationships over cramming a business down somebody's throat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking to you about, because the reality of what we have here is exactly what I just said. And if you take a look at Eric Worre, GoPro, he says the guy with the marker makes the money. Well, there's 3 different months here, and I use 3 different markers, so that means I'm going to get real rich now, don't it? I'm just teasing you, folks. The guy with the marker makes the money because the guy with the marker is not afraid to speak the truth. And that's what the people want, is the truth. They're tired of the gurus that want them to spend $200-300 a month or $100 a month for the great system that's going to teach them how to become a millionaire. But rather than teaching them the disciplines that are uncomfortable to the prophets, it's always an upgrade fee to the next for the more serious. And none of the actions the prophets are taught or practiced. The person's got a sour taste in their mouth for entrepreneurship, and they want to run from it instead of embrace it. I'm a firm believer from a guy by the name of Jesus Christ that the truth sets you free. So if you just lay the truth on the table and show a path that's real, that can duplicate. And it has. My mentor that taught me this, we did this together 20 years ago in a business called the Amway Business. And when we spent an hour of our time, the compensation was about $3 to $5 on a bottle of soap. Now try going through that for 2 to 5 years to end up with what we can do right now, today, in 3 months. Because when somebody likes the $199 pack that will allow them to do business properly for the next 12 days out of 30, now they see a path that they understand. They see a path that they're willing to work at. And they recognize that you got nothing up your sleeve because you're not scared to death to tell them it's going to cost money to build a business. Think about what I'm saying. Because anybody that knows anything about business understands it costs money to start a business. It takes money monthly to operate one. And there's commitments of efforts to do the actions to profits that produce the money in the first place. And when the profits outweigh the expense of doing business, we've got a successful, happy entrepreneur. So allow me to show you how we can make this process happen for you very simply. In month number 1, we're going to make sure we connect with people, and we're going to listen to people, and we're going to schedule 20 appointments, 1 a night, 5 nights a week. And what's going to happen? 16 times, we're going to fail completely. Nothing's going to happen. And 4 times, they're going to say, that makes sense. That's the only honest thing I've seen out of a million. I'm in. And they get started. They spend $199 to equip themselves to do business properly for the next 12 weeks. The next 30 days, 12 times. They're going to practice their own business properly 12 times or 20 times over the next 30 days. Have a sample on product 12 of those 20 times minimum. So we're not asking them to fill their garage up with product that they could never get rid of. In all reality, you really don't have enough product to do business 20 times in 1 month. But when you start out with 12 and in your first week you make profit, you can turn around your second week and order more. That's how you do business. So what are we going to do? We're going to fail 16 times to succeed 4 times. We got 20 hours into it and we made $400. Very simple process. Utilizing the truth, a system, and a coach. And all we had to do was point and grunt to get paid. Pretty easy, isn't it? Now we're going to look at month number 2. We're going to do the exact same thing we did in month number 1. The exact same thing. 20 hours for $400. Good part-time efforts, right? And what are we going to do? We're going to bring in 4 more. That means we got 8 that we personally enrolled. But 4 from month number 1 duplicated because they committed to 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. They failed 16 times. They succeeded 4 times. And when you take 4 times 16, that's pretty good. 4 times 4 is 16. So now you've got 16 new members on your team altogether because of the process of duplication. 4 times 4 is 16. Now we go and take a look. You earned $400, but you got 4 people who duplicated 1 hour a day, 5 days a week commitment properly. And those 4 people each made $400. So what's going to happen to you? You're going to get paid a check match of what they earned. So if those 4 made $400, 4 times 4 is 16. You actually made almost $2,000. My math here is wrong. So let's pull out that marker, shall we, and fix it while we're on the video so I don't look like a clown. 1,600. Okay? So there's $1,600 in check match money. Because 4 people times $400 in check match is $1,600. Plus your 4, you made $2,000 at the end of 60 days of your commitment to 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. What happens in month number 3? You do it again. 16 people went out and failed 16 times and succeeded 4 times, and they brought a total of 64 new members on the team. You got a total of 12 that you personally enrolled. And out of that 12, you got 8 of them that were able to duplicate a full 30 days of 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, to fail 16 times, succeed 4 times. So now you're going to check match 8 people at $400 a piece. That's $3,200 in just check match bonus. You got 4 yourself because you committed to your 20 hours a month, and now you've got $3,600 earned, and it's only going to multiply from there because next month it's going to duplicate. Now, in network marketing, all the experts teach you it's what duplicates that pays the best. There's nothing I've talked about here that can't make you money. It's just a willingness to embrace the habits that are proven to be paid in a manner to where if you've never done it before, you can work with somebody one-on-one and make that happen. It's not complicated. Are you willing to roll up your sleeves and go to work? What if we could walk you through that process? The only excuse left is, well, Earl, that's all fine and dandy, buddy. But the one thing you didn't tell me is I've been in 10 different companies. I've been through $4 million gurus. I've got over $16,000 in debt. And still, the magic piece of where do I find the people to share my business with? Because I got no friends left. That's what you left out, Earl. And you know what? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. Here's what I found out. Every day, there's people on Facebook and LinkedIn that are raising their little hands up going, hey, I want to make money. I just don't know how. Now, if I can use a screen share on a computer through a thing called TeamViewer.com, you download that into your computer for free so we can share screens together. And we spend about an hour to 2 hours together. And I walk you through the process of how you can find, believe it or not, 10 perfectly qualified people on a daily basis on Facebook alone. Also LinkedIn. I can also show you how to utilize Craigslist. Connect with people that have a resume for customer service or sales. And let them know, hey, based on your resume and the skills that are in it, if I could show you a path to $3,200 a month in residual money on 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, every Friday's payday, would you like to see that path? Yes or no answer. Really. If they say no, great. Go to the next one. If they say yes, book the appointment. So I know how to teach you to do that if you're willing to learn. Finding the people's the easy part. Spending the dedication of 1 hour a day, 5 days a week to do this properly, that's the hardest part of all of it. But everything I've shared with you is a very simple process, very simple way that you can duplicate. You just got to ask yourself, am I ready to commit to what I deserve? And in my opinion, you deserve success. Why wouldn't you? There's help for you each step of the way. Now, I'm a firm believer in actions to profits over hype. What I've shared with you is not hype. It's actual facts. You just got to break your comfort zone a little bit. Practice something different to get different results in life, and those results will hunt you down. It's a blessing and an honor to help people get paid each and every single week. If you're watching this video, I highly suggest that you get started or get excited about what you're part of if you're already started. May God bless you beyond your imagination this year. Let's work for success together. I know you deserve it. It's nice to have a proven path.